Hello and welcome everyone to this demo session on SAP Analytics Cloud live training. This is a live demo session on YouTube for our new batch on SAP Analytics Cloud certification training starting today. In this demo session, we will look at the key capabilities of SAP Analytics Cloud, and you will get acquainted with the basics of SAC. Throughout the next 40 hours of detailed training, you will learn the concepts of planning, analytic designer with scripting capabilities, predictive capabilities with machine learning, built-in inside Analytics Cloud, and also the BI features, including modeling and live data connection with real SAP systems. This training is powered by Anubhav Trainings and will provide you the full access to our datasets so you can try out the hands-on exercises yourself in your tenant. We will also guide you through the process of subscribing to the free trial instance of SAC, with which you will be able to do complete hands-on on your own computer. So let's get started with introduction of SAC. SAC in short, SAP Analytics Cloud is a software as a service offering by SAP, which allows you to perform complete BI planning, predictive, and designer capabilities. You might have already worked with SAP Business Objects, Crystal Reports, BW systems, Lumira, dashboards, or any other predictive tools, which are third-party tools, for example, Power BI, Tableau. Analytics Cloud is actually capable of doing all the capability in a single software as a service solution. SAP Analytics Cloud enables intelligent enterprises by providing everyone with the insight to make confident decisions and take the action at the moment. It is complete, one single solution for all the analytic needs. It is contextual, which allows you to gain the enterprise-ready insights and turn quickly into the actions by looking at those insights. We will also learn in our unit number 17 about closed loop scenarios, where you will understand how we can also communicate to our S/4HANA backend system to perform certain actions. SAP Analytics Cloud allows you to take confident and smarter decisions and not just do analytics, but also getting into the space of predictive analytics without having too much of knowledge on machine learning and scripting capabilities. So why it is important to learn for someone about Analytics Cloud? As you can see in this diagram, this is the SAP strategy going forward in a long term and short term about the existing tools which we use to do the intelligence, business intelligence. So maybe already using SAP BobJ Explorer with Rombi, Lumira, and BobJ Analysis for OLAP. All of these tools are going to get discarded, and they all will be now done with SAP Analytics Cloud. If you're using dashboard and app design using BobJ Designer Studio, Web App Designer, or BobJ Dashboard, it will, for now, you would be moving or doing it on Lumira 2.x, which will be maintained by 2024. But after that, everything will also move and converge to SAC. For reporting purpose, you may be using Desktop Intelligence and BobJ Set Analytics. This will also go to SAP Analytics Cloud in a long run. When it comes to planning, the business planning and consolidation system, which is an on-premise solution today, allows you to install this solution completely in your company and own the entire infrastructure by yourself with a heavy cost. If you would like to get started quickly with the cloud-based planning, SAC will be the first choice for you because it provides an excellent integration with BPC system, including also the S/4HANA. So you can actually see a long-run strategy for SAP Analytics Cloud is having a great career ahead of you if you plan to learn SAC. So what do we see throughout this entire 40 hours of training? This whole training is divided into 5 phases. The phase 1 will start with building BI stories along with models. We'll understand the concept of models, both analytical and planning models, live data model and acquired data models. We'll also talk about how can we best utilize the concept of model and data sets to build our stories. We'll talk about digital boardroom, where we can converge multiple stories coming from different products together on a single environment and prepare boardroom presentations which are delightful. In phase 3, we'll talk about planning with SSC. We'll learn about planning jargons. You will be able to understand the concepts of planning, including allocations, value driver trees, actions, custom actions, also what if analysis, along with different planning and currency conversion techniques. In the phase 4, we'll learn SAP Analytics Designer, where you will go and leverage the full power of scripting capabilities to be able to derive your custom scenarios. For example, you wanted to add a drop down and control your charts based on that. You'll be able to do that with Analytic Designer. Then finally, we will learn about predictive analytics with machine learning. You will also get a complete hand-holding about basics of machine learning, including AUC curve, ROC curve, what is regression, classification, and time series, introduction of k-means, calculating the residuals, calculating the MAPI, understanding the curves which are produced by SAP Analytics, predictive analytics scenarios, and also the smart insight features provided by SAC. Majority of these features, as a business consultant, you will be able to leverage without any technical know-how. All of this will be covered with so many different data sets and specifications and design examples, which you can relate it with your real-time work. We will also look at live data connection with SAP S/4HANA, BW, and HANA in Cloud. So, what do we see today in this demo session? We are going to build now a quick analytic application based on Netflix movies and TV shows. So in step 1, I am going to create a data model. Then I will show you creating an analytic application to analyze the data of Netflix movies and TV shows. I will add a drop-down control, and based on the change of the drop-down, we will dynamically change the charts and the tables. Finally, we will go ahead and test the application. So let me switch it over inside my SAP Analytics Cloud tenant, where I'm going to go ahead and create a new data model. A data model is a foundation for building your stories and application in Analytics Cloud. At this point of time, I will show you creating the data model using import of a file. So I'll click on the import a file button from my computer, and I will select a file from my computer. You will also get all these data sets along with the training in this whole process. So let me import the Netflix titles data and create my data model. SAP Analytics Cloud also allows us to perform lots of data transformation and data wrangling features as part of the SAC model builder. Now you will see in a moment my data will be loaded. So basically this is a BI model which we are creating, and it's going to be acquired data model because data will be stored in SAC. Now, as I was mentioning about data wrangling, you can go back and play around with the data. For example, if my country data is not proper, as you can see, some of these countries are empty. I can come back and I can perform a quick actions here. You can see there are different variety of actions which you can perform on rows and columns. So I would right now say delete all the rows which has country value as empty. At this point of time, I don't want it to touch anything else, and I'm okay to create my now data model. So I click on the create button. The system validates the data, identifies, and now it allows me to create the model. Let me store it in my SAC batch, model, BI model, and I'm going to create here a new model called Netflix BI model. So this is my data foundation to create a story or a application. So out of a league, I would probably not create a story. Most of you have seen trainers creating stories, but I would wanted to go beyond that and create maybe an analytic application in this demo session. Now you'll see the model is created. We will also learn the concepts of auto updation. We will also learn how to create a model from scratch or a live data model. We'll also talk about transformation techniques, creating hierarchies, and also updating the data, including the planning model and currency conversion later on. For now, my model is good and I am ready to use this in my application. So let me go ahead and create now an analytic application. And here is where we can create most of the widgets which we have already in the stories. Apart from that, we will be able to add custom controls for supporting our custom scenarios. So let me go ahead now and possibly create a chart here quickly. And I will this time choose my data model, which I've just created in the system. So now I'm going back to the SAP Analytics Cloud Analytic Designer, and here I'm selecting my Netflix BI model, the one which we just created right here. Now, what I'm going to do here at this point of time is I will go ahead and link it with our data model. You can see already we've linked with the Netflix BI model. And now I can go ahead and choose different variety of charts over here. So let me select the numeric point chart. And now I will add my measure as to count the total number of shows and movies available on my data model. So you can see I have about 5,610 data items at the moment. I can also quickly go back and change the settings for my chart. SAP Analytics Cloud also allows me to change the different styling options over here for this particular control. You can change the fonts and color and different sizing options for this content. Maybe I'll make it bolder and change the font to 72 maybe. Yeah. Okay. Let's reduce it down and bring it down below. You can also make a copy of this chart, and possibly I would like to just count the total number of shows and movies which are available in India. So I'll go back and pick it up the same chart which I've copied now. And what I'm going to do is I will add a filter. And on the filter, I will choose country. And here I can go back and search for country. I select and say OK. So you can see there are about 807 shows and movies which are published in India on Netflix. Let's quickly also grab a quick Netflix logo. So I can go back, add an image control, and upload the image from our local computer. You can see the logo is also updated. Nice. It's time that we go ahead and add a quick chart which shows the total count of movies and shows per country. Maybe I would like to add it as a donut chart, or maybe I would like to show total amount of movies and shows published in every year. So I'll go and choose my color dimension as published year. I'm not interested in maybe year 2011, 10 or so. I'm interested in last 4 years alone. I can go ahead and add a filter on my date added or release year. And I can say I'm only interested into 2020, 19, 18, 17, and maybe, yeah, that's all. And now I can see the distribution of data across these 4 years. I would like to also add a chart here to depict the genre of the shows and movies. So I can go back once again, add a count, and I will say under listed into category. So action, adventure, anime movies, anime series, British TV shows, all the different kinds of genres are now selected. You can additionally go back and filter things up as well over here. I will change the chart direction to vertical and drag it to pretty bottom. Yes, make it a little bigger. Nice. Maybe next step, I would like to add all the list of available TV shows and items with the details, like kind of a report. So I can use a table control and can go back and choose rows as my country, description, listed category, rating of the show, and the title. Nice. That's kind of a reporting feature you can utilize with SAC. You can possibly also go back and add a filter. Maybe you just wanted to look at only the ones which are added for country India. I can go back and choose. There you go. Fantastic. So now I will go back and possibly add a drop down control. That's something which you cannot do on a story. Make it a little bigger. Put it into the center. And maybe I'll also add a title. Let's change the title. What are you looking for? Nice. So now let me go ahead and add values in the drop down. And this is something which I would decide depending on the data which we have at the moment, whether it is a TV show or whether it is a movie. So I can say movie, I can say TV show. So two options we have added. And now I can go back and add the code for this drop down. So whenever this drop down is selected, I would like to change my chart 1 and chart 2 to display and filter automatically the selected category. So we'll select the instance or the object of my chart control. You can use control space here. So you can see at the moment we have about 4 charts. I'm only interested to change chart 3 and chart 4, the donut chart as well as my bar chart. So I say get data source dot set dimension filter. And I would like to filter here the type of component. And this value I will pass it from my drop down. So I'll choose my drop down object and I'll say get me the selected value. Don't worry about these APIs. I will explain you all these APIs throughout our training in chapter number 14 and 15 more in details. You will be pretty comfortably able to work with these controls and APIs without any problem. Let me save out my application at this point of time. SAC batch, analytic applications, and I will say Netflix app. It's time that we go ahead and test our application. So I click on the Run Designer and it launches my application in another session. You can see all the data is loaded in my dashboard. And now observe the below chart as well as this donut chart. Currently, there is no filter. There's only one filter over here, which is for year. And there's no filter in my bottom chart. But the moment I change it to TV shows, you can see now there's one more filter and there's one more filter here. Now it's showing all the TV shows in my bottom chart with the count, depending on the genres. And if I switch over to the movies, you would also see it live data is changing in my charts. That's really cool. So possibly I would like to also go back and apply the similar change on my table control. It's going to be pretty simple. We go back over here and we choose our table control object. Get data source of my table. Set dimension filter. Once again, type, control space you can use all the time for code completion. And I can say drop down of 1, dot get selected key. I save my application, go back and reload. System identifies all the changes, and now you'll also see that on the right hand side we see different kinds of movies and TV shows, everything we can see that here along with rating. I would just go back and change it to TV show, and you can see there is a change on my table as well carrying out. I choose movies, and then you can see my table is also changing accordingly with movies of the data. So there is a lot of things you can do over here. You can add predictions, you can add forecasting, you can also include planning features with the scripting API. I just wanted to keep our demo short and easy for you to understand. But of course, as and when we go along, we see amazing concepts coming away. You will be able to become an expert at the end of this course with SAP Analytics Cloud. So let me start with some of the frequently asked questions by many of you. Is there any prerequisite to learn SAC? So with Anubhav trainings, let me tell you, there is zero prerequisite. As we will cover everything from scratch from the beginning. If you are new to SAP world, it's okay. You're also fine. You'll be able to understand and learn SAP Analytics Cloud, which includes fundamentals of SAP Cloud Platform, BW, Analytics, BI, DB, HANA, as well as S4HANA introduction. We will cover all of these introduction as part of the course. So what are all things which are covered in the course? Everything you need to know as per SAP Analytics Cloud, certification, including BI, planning, predictive, designer, digital boardroom, live data connection, and administration, all in one course of Power Pack 40 hours. Where do I practice? So SAP is offering a free trial instance for Analytics Cloud for 90 days. That will be suffice enough for our practice. However, I will also tell you the additional server access depending on the need, which you can also get avail on timely basis. We will provide all the data sets for you to build stories, machine learning scenarios, planning and analytic designer. Will we also see the live data connection? If yes, which systems? So I'll show you the live data connection with SAP S4HANA, BW, BPC, as well as SAP HANA in cloud. So we're going to cover all of that as part of our training. So how to enroll for this course? This course is total 40 hours. You just have to drop us an email on contact@anubhavtrainings.com to go ahead and enroll for this training. Where can I find the course content? Please visit our page on anubhavtrainings.com/analytics cloud training, and you're going to get the detailed course content out there. Will I also get the study material? Yes, we will provide you all the study material, the demo scenarios and demo data sets to practice everything in your own system environment. Is this training real time? Yes. This training covers lots of real-time scenarios, case studies, exercises, which will help you to build the knowledge which you require to perform at real time. What about SAP certification? We will cover a special unit for all of you where we will cover about certification process, the tips and tricks to crack the certification exam pretty easily. Can I also attend the course in video mode in case if I miss a class? Definitely yes. In case you miss a class, you anyway gonna get recorded video of the session. So just for a reason your time zone is not suitable or you're not comfortable to join the class at a certain point, you can watch the video session recording of the session later point of time. What else to expect? You can expect specification documents. You will understand all the planning jargons as we are going to cover planning also in SAC. You will learn complete data sets and also live discussions. You will understand everything from basics and no prior knowledge required for HANA, S4 or BW or any kind of scripting before joining this course. You just need to have a computer and internet connection to get started with anubhavtrainings.com. So I hope you enjoyed this demo session. Thank you once again so much for your time for attending this demo session. If you would like to subscribe this training, feel free to drop us an email on contact@anubhavtrainings.com. Thank you so much for joining once again, and I'll see you in the next session.